Hi, guys. So today we're talking about visualizing a text while we were reading it. So our learning target today is I can visualize a text while I am reading. So here's our anchor chart for visualize. Remember, to visualize means to use your senses to create pictures in your mind as you read. So what are you seeing? What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you taste? What would you feel if you were that character? We're going to start reading a text today and then continue reading it on Wednesday, um, called Rita Moreno Portraits of Hispanic American Heroes. So we're continuing our theme of art being everywhere. And this text is actually a biography, which means it was written from about a person's life, but it wasn't written by them. It was written by somebody else about their life. So, your job today, because we are visualizing, your job is either to take notes or to draw pictures in the margin based on things that you see, you smell, you hear, you touch, or you feel. So, thinking about how she is feeling, what you would be seeing, what she looks like, things like that. Born December 11th, 1931, in Humaco, Puerto Rico. I finally got a chance to play a real Hispanic person, someone with character and strength, said Rita Moreno about her 1962 Oscar winning role in West Side Story. By then, she had been in over 20 films. Rita held that Oscar up high, like the Statue of Liberty grasping the torch. So think right now, look at this sentence here. Rita held that Oscar up high, like the Statue of Liberty grasping the torch. Think about the way the author says that. I know when I'm reading that, I'm thinking to myself, what does the Statue of Liberty look like? That's how she felt. So, like, I can picture what she looked like based on that line. Rosa Dolores Alvario came from a family of jibaros, small, independent, rural farmers in Puerto Rico. During the Great Depression, Rosa's mother left for New York City to work in the garment industry and took her daughter, known as Rosita, along. Rosita missed her little brother and father in her homeland, and she didn't speak any English. There wasn't any extra money, but her mother enrolled her in dance classes because Rosita really wanted to learn to dance. When Rosita was 7, she made her first public appearance dancing at a nightclub in Greenwich Village. During the day, she would struggle to learn English at school, and at night, she took acting and dance classes and went to auditions. At the age of 13, Rosita landed her first role on Broadway. So, again, thinking what her life was like. By reading this sentence, I can kind of picture in my mind, what her life would be like um, in the living and put myself in her shoes, right? So during the day, she struggled to learn English at school, and I can kind of picture somebody sitting there and learning English at school and being in school, being in a chair and a desk. You can kind of picture that in your head. And then at night, she took acting and dance classes. So then I kind of picture dance classes happening and auditions happening. So that's how we visualize is we're just picturing in our mind what's happening. So this is a great opportunity for you to draw a little picture on the side or write a little note. If you highlight, if you're working in the text like this, you can highlight and write, I can picture in my mind. Oh, really quick, just a jot down of what you're picturing in your mind. Again, you can draw a picture in the margin if that works for you. If you'd rather take notes, that works too. Soon enough, Rosita caught the attention of Hollywood talent scouts. This led to more professional song and dance shows and her first film, So Young, So Bad. Still a teenager, she shortened her first name, changed her last name, and became Rita Moreno. Even though she was getting public exposure, Rita was not happy with the casting roles where she had to dance barefoot, make pouty and sulky faces, and act sultry. Then the big break came, a chance to audition for West Side Story. She tried out for the role of Anita, the strong, willful older sister who is the head of the family. There was not one, but three auditions in acting, singing, and dancing. The thing that scared me the most was dancing, because I hadn't danced at the time for at least 10 years. Rita registered for dance classes before the audition. Trying to get her groove back, she rehearsed jazz dance 8 hours a day until the audition. Rita won the role, and then she won the Oscar. She had come a long way. So looking at this sentence here, Rita was not happy with the casting roles where she had to dance barefoot, make pouty and sulky faces, and act sultry. What are you picturing in your mind, and what words did the author use to help you picture that? I want you to make a little note here somewhere. Either highlight the words, but you're writing down what words does the author use words does the author use to help you see how Rita felt? What words are helping you picture that? That's what I want you to write down there. There was no role models. I was my own role model, myself. Once I had that little gold man, the Oscar, in my grasp, I thought, okay, that's it. No more of those stereotypical Conchita Lolitas. But Rita was not offered a serious role and did not make a major film for the next 7 years. I just couldn't believe that I wasn't getting any offers, she said. So again, I want you to draw either a picture or figure out a place in the text that you want to take a note, what you're picturing in your head. What do you see? What do you hear? What's happening? Can you feel what it was like for her to get an Oscar? What might that sound like? Make sure you take a note of that. Once you've done that, you're going to continue on in the Nearpod lesson.